Welcome to Gearloom, where we don't just tell stories about cars. We resurrect the spirit that built them. Today, we return to the roots of one of the greatest automotive dynasties ever born, the Porsche 356 Speedster. Before the 911, before the turbos, before the track-bred monsters, there was this, a simple, elegant, and brutally honest machine that defined what driving truly means. It was 1948. Europe was rebuilding from the ashes of war, and in a small workshop in Gmünd, Austria, a man named Ferdinand Porsche decided to create something pure, a car that wasn't built for luxury or status, but for the feeling of motion itself. His idea was simple: lightweight, rear-engined, air-cooled, a driver's car stripped to its essence. The first Porsche 356 was born not from excess, but from necessity. Aluminum panels were hand-beaten over wooden bucks. Each curve was sculpted, not stamped. Every piece of metal told a story of passion and perseverance. It wasn't a car built in a factory. It was built by dreamers with hammers, fire, and faith. By the early 1950s, the 356 had evolved from a small-run curiosity into a phenomenon. Its shape, low, curvaceous, and aerodynamic, cut through the air with elegance. It was light, agile, and beautifully balanced. And then, in 1954, the car took its purest form yet, the Porsche 356 Speedster. The Speedster was born out of a conversation between Ferry Porsche and Max Hoffman, Porsche's U.S. importer. Hoffman knew the American market wanted something different. Not luxury, not excess, but a sports car stripped to the bone. Porsche listened. Out went the heavy seats, the roll-up windows, the insulation, and the luxury trim. In came bucket seats, a small folding top, side curtains, and a low-raked windshield that could be removed for racing. The result was magic. The 356 Speedster wasn't built to pamper, it was built to feel. Every vibration from the engine, every gear change, every corner whispered something to the driver. It was as if the car had a heartbeat, and it synced with yours. Under its rear deck lay the soul of simplicity, a 1.6-liter, air-cooled, flat-4 engine. 75 horsepower, that's it. But numbers never defined this car, connection did. At barely 760 kilograms, the Speedster didn't just move, it flowed. You didn't steer it, you guided it. Each curve in the road became a conversation. Each gear shift, a note in a symphony of mechanics and motion. The Speedster wasn't forgiving. It demanded skill. No power steering, no traction control, no assistance. If you made a mistake, it reminded you. But when you got it right, it rewarded you with something no modern supercar could replicate: purity. The car's reputation grew beyond the racetrack. It wasn't just fast, it was beautiful. Its design, smooth, symmetrical, and simple, captured the essence of form following function. In an era of chrome excess and flamboyance, the Speedster was restraint. It was elegance through subtraction. Then came Hollywood. In the mid-1950s, a young actor named James Dean bought a Porsche 356 Speedster. He raced it, lived with it, and made it famous. His rebellion, his intensity, it mirrored the car's own spirit. Together they became symbols of youth, freedom, and fatal beauty. When Dean later moved on to a 550 Spider, the Speedster's legend was already sealed. On racetracks, the Speedster dominated its class. Lightweight, nimble, and reliable, it was the weapon of choice for amateur racers across America and Europe. From California's canyons to Le Mans' straights, the car delivered a unique experience. Not through brute force, but through precision. Drivers said it wasn't about speed. It was about sensation. The car talked through the steering, the pedals, the chassis, a language only true enthusiasts understood. Each Speedster was hand-built by craftsmen in Stuttgart. No two were identical. Every car carried slight variations, subtle imperfections, personal touches, fingerprints of human creation. And in that, they carried soul. By 1959, the final Speedster rolled off the line. Its time was short, but its legacy, eternal. Because what Porsche learned through the 356 became the foundation for everything that followed: the rear engine layout, the balance, the discipline of design, the obsession with precision. These were the traits that would evolve into the Porsche 911, the most successful sports car lineage in history. But the Speedster remains the purest Porsche ever made, the brand's heartbeat before the world called it a legend. Today, over 70 years later, the Porsche 356 Speedster is a timeless relic, a mirror to a bygone era when driving was art, not algorithm. Collectors worship it. Drivers still chase its feeling. It doesn't have computers, sensors, or superchargers, just metal, air, and soul. To sit behind its wheel is to feel what Porsche truly meant: simplicity, connection, perfection through purity. The Porsche 356 Speedster, where the legend of Porsche was born, and where driving found its soul.